Okay, so we were supposed to have the meeting yesterday, but as it was sunny and clear skies, we went out to record because if you look at the weather today, it is just overcast. So that's why we postponed yesterday.
So what do you hope to get out of this meeting then?
Just your feedback on what you think we should improve on, or what kind of last bits to record, or...
So refinements and additions?
Yes.
I mean, it's not complete yet, because we need to refilm some of the interviews and stuff.
Yeah.
But some people aren't in today, so...
Okay, let's have a look then.
Yeah. That's a bit fiddly, so that stays in. Turn on that.
I'm Connie and this is Emily, and we are current students at King Edward College for the HNC CMP. It was a step between college and university that I wanted to experience, and it had teaching subjects that I was interested in because I was a film student. I didn't want to go to university, and I also didn't want to do a gap year or just work, so I thought doing something that would actually get me a qualification that wasn't as expensive or as big of a commitment as uni was a good option. I would personally recommend it if you are unsure about going to university and you have an interest in creative subjects, because it will really help you make up your mind about whether you want to go to uni or not, and it also gives you the skill. I would recommend it if you're looking for something.
And that's it so far.
Okay.
I'm Connie and this is Emily, and we are current students at King Edward College for the HNC CMP.
Is this a tad underexposed? Or is it just not great
I'm
light?
Connie and this is Emily, and
It was in the HNC room, so it might just be the light.
Yeah, just a
It's
tad
also,
of brightness.
it's all, like, we also put light on to them, but then it was too bright.
So what do you do then?
Increase the levels.
No, but if you add in light and it's too bright, what do you need to do with your camera?
Decrease some of the settings,
Yeah.
Such as...
like the aperture, the ISO.
So,
Yeah, what was your aperture for this?
Not 100% sure.
Yeah.
we are current students at King Edward College for the
What do you think of the background?
we wanted it to be natural. So it's in the HNC room. Like, it's at the teacher's desk.
We're doing the same with Dave. We did an interview with David yesterday as well, and we put him in front of the whiteboard, so it's just white behind him. But again, it's quite dark because the lighting in the room. It's not like it's not natural light, because not much gets into through the window.
Yeah.
So it's like a yellowy.
So the LEDs could have been the solution, couldn't they?
HNC CMP.
I think the content's good. I think what they're saying's good. I think I agree. It's got a nice casual theme. I think the music goes. Not sure about
the cars.
showing cars.
It was very difficult not to get the cars into it, and
But we've already-
shooting that was a very big health and safety risk.
This is fine. Have you got? Because we don't. Why do we need to show it again? Why do we need to show that bit?
Just because it...
Could
Obviously, you can't see the King Edward College sign there, and that has the massive...
got that in
We
your
were
logo.
going to
haven't you?
replace it with the, behind the arts block.
That's what I was going to suggest.
We did try that, but because of the position of the sun, like half the building had the sun on it, so it was like really bright, and then half it was in the shadow, so it was really dark. So
What about the quad? Did you film the quad at all?
Yeah.
did.
Canteen.
Oh, no,
Because it's almost like usually if this was a film, a narrative film, you'd have one big establishing shot, which you've got.
Yeah.
Then you'd go to a smaller space, then you'd go to people.
All right.
I just don't. The sky
maybe-
looks great, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But that's not us selling us, is it?
Maybe. I think we've got a shot of the quad after that, so maybe replace that shot with that shot.
That's fine, isn't
and
it? And then maybe
for the third and final shot, maybe do like one inside the room or something off the HNC.
Yeah, quad and some smiley people next.
Yeah.
Because it does. Not every student who appears in this, just literally who appears, it has to be a HNC student.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just as
The
a college.
talkers do, but yeah, the others is just
It was a step between college and university that I wanted to experience, and it had teaching subjects that I was interested in because I.
If I was to, again, I know this is by the by because you've shot it, and you know you're struggling for time, but I would have gone quite a shallow focus because this is not massively attractive mise en scène, is it?
No.
And you're at a.
Yeah.
I didn't record this bit.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's
It's
just
a team
for,
effort. It's a team effort.
I think the performance they've performance is the wrong word, isn't it? But yeah, the content they're giving is good. It's just that old knackered box. It's just attention to the smaller details. But this is the first time you've done it, and what you're focusing on, Ben, if it was you who filmed it, is you're focusing on these, which is totally understandable, and they're doing a good job. But it's the rest of it could be refined, couldn't it? Even if you want to show the environment, perhaps cut away from the interview, come back to the interview, have the sound of the interview, kind of anchoring.
Yeah, that's what I
Over
think the next
footage.
question. So maybe just implement that there as well.
I just didn't want to do it.
That could be a way of reducing the impact of
Yeah.
that mise en scène, couldn't it?
Yeah.
Qualification wasn't as expensive or as big of a commitment as needed.
Sometimes the music drowns out the speech a bit as well, especially with the interviews in the studio.
I
So,
would
would it be an
recommend
idea
if you
to?
are
Are we
unsure
at the
about-
same level? Or do we drop it when we get there?
It drops yesterday, yeah. I think only a tad though.
It was a step between college and
Yeah, it does
university that
drop.
I wanted to experience, and it had
Take it down a tad
teaching
more?
subjects
I
that I
think
was
just
I don't know if
a tiny bit.
Is there any way to do that? If I,
Yeah, just on your levels.
If I just and like that, because what's going on here?
So if you slice it at the end of that clip,
What, like here?
yeah, I'll show you.
It is sliced there. You can just take
so
it
if
down.
you slice at that bit, and then you can add as many points as you want, can't you? Onto that line. Hang on. Oh, I can't use this new fancy computer. So what is? How
For the
do we
pen?
add the points onto that yellow
I'm not
line?
sure. I think
Is it this one? Is it the pen? Yeah, there we go. So if you wanted to, you can get really precise
Mhm.
and start dropping it at certain points
Okay.
and raising it at certain points. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That's
So
better.
just
isn't
over
it?
the speech really.
Yeah, have a play. Have a play. It gets really fiddly.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not easy.
It was a step between college and university that I wanted to experience, and
So obviously have overlapping bits here.
Yeah. That's what I did with this clip. Just extend to this one as well.
And why at a slight angle from the subjects?
I'm
Why
not sure
not
because
kinda
we didn't really want
directly
it to
on the-
seem like we're the interviewers, they're the interviewees, like they're talking. I don't know. Do they look? I don't think they look at the camera at all, do they? We wanted to seem
It
like
was
just
more of a casual,
casual thing.
like we didn't want it to be. It's obviously a serious video, but we didn't want it to be so serious as in
like formal.
like a talk, like an actual
I
talking
would
head
personally
style
recommend it
interview.
if you are unsure about going to university and you have a interest in creative
This is
subjects,
because that footage is
it will
nice,
really
isn't
help
it?
you make up your mind about whether you want to continue or not, and it also gives you the skill.
And that's as far as we got. That's just the rest of the clip.
Okay, what else have you filmed?
We've filmed. We've done interview-wise. We've done a past student, one past student. Cause that's all we could get hold of. They've done David,
we've
but that's the
literally
shot
only
I kept talking about. It's the light's not very good because
It's
of
green, isn't it?
yeah. It's just the lighting inside the room.
Yeah, so your big development is
Lighting.
controlling light,
Yeah,
where you are almost just coming across light and accepting it.
Mhm.
You can control it.
yeah. Although a problem was as well, you know, like in photography, something looks right, but then when you get it up on a big
But
screen,
yeah, the lighting is just yellowy.
Yeah.
so
See, LEDs are great because they're white
yeah.
and they remove colour. Where, if you were to do this again, then where do you think's a better location?
In the studio.
Although the studio makes it seem echoey, and which is the problem we had with Billy, which is why we need to
Did
reshoot
you
maybe
use
Billy.
one of these in addition to the camera as a backup?
No, we didn't. We
No,
did the
Kaylee
first
said
time.
it should be okay.
What should be okay?
Just
The
using the
sound.
camera and the mic on the camera.
Was it?
Now we know no.
No, it was
Now we know.
echoey in there.
Yeah.
And the camera's like a further distance from the subject, so it was a bit quieter.
I guess it makes sense if we have some kind of consistency of where the interviews are occurring.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have to be in the same room, but if it's in a room with Max around it, I'd use one of the N block rooms. They're the newest, aren't they? They look the
Yeah.
nicest. And then use the camera and that for sound. So you've got two versions if one's not good.
Yeah.
I've recorded on these before when I've linked it then to footage. But just remember when you'll have to be. It's a bit cringy, but when you're filming, you'll have to go 3, 2, 1 and clap. So
Yeah.
you can easily sync it back into and every time you cut, and if they make a mistake, do it again. So you can easily put the sound back with the footage.
Yeah, that's what we got told. We got told to like click,
Yeah,
like right in, like.
yeah.
So
Yeah. So to summarise it, control your light. Think of your mise en scène a bit more
Mhm,
around
in
your
the background.
subjects. Yeah, and just remember it's a sales pitch, isn't it? So think subconsciously, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Does that, like, think of semiotics, so what objects are in the room and how they are going to subconsciously affect your
Stuff
audience.
you don't notice, but
Yes,
it'll have an effect.
it will wash over you by the end, and you've got a feeling, but you don't know how you've got it.
Yeah.
You've got to be the manipulator.
See what you
Yeah.
mean. That's it.
You've got to be the manipulator of selling it. So what else have you got to film?
It's mainly just filler shots, like instead of having like the interview video, like just have something over that video of what the audience
Yeah,
doing,
yeah,
just stuff like that.
Did you film the quad and art and attractive
We haven't
space,
done
isn't it?
Art really.
End blocks and attractive
We're-
space,
what
photography
we're-
studio,
what
sound
we're gonna
studio.
Like the
do-
stuff on the art on the walls and the pieces of work on the
People
walls.
working in nicer
Yeah.
environments, and people like you showed you with the camera, you could show other people doing other subject related stuff like using the photography.
Yeah, we've done that
lights
type of
or-
stuff in the HNC room, but again, it's the lighting in that room is just not
That's
good
right.
at all. So
That's
we
right.
need to.
What we also want to do is, obviously the studio is like fully booked out.
Great, you can go and film them.
So we were gonna. I asked Kaylee yesterday. So we're gonna use the white back of a mount board, and then put like 3 cameras on there. So obviously, in Kaylee's interview, she's saying what we've got to offer. So like the cameras, the MacBook. So we're gonna record, get like some cameras, and then put information on the screen. Maybe.
Might look a bit sterile. Why don't you show students using that stuff and put the information on the screen?
Okay.
Rather than make it look like a catalogue, which it might look like if it's
Mhm.
just the
Alright,
objects.
Yeah.
I'd show students using them in, that'd be a nice thing, wouldn't it? Like, let's say if you're filming somebody shooting in the studio and then it pauses and then you have some like graphics come out of the camera and that type of stuff and show what it is. You could do a similar type of thing, like the gliders in art or something.
Yeah.
It doesn't. Your challenge is it doesn't have to make sense in reality. Like you can have HNC students working in Art Foundation even though they don't usually work in Art Foundation to make your shot look better.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can have things going on in the studio that might perhaps not go on in the studio, but just to make the point that this is stuff we
that's
do.
available.
Yeah, and that's available.
Yeah, that's our problem really.
You're
'Cause
thinking
we
of-
always come back to this is the HNC room, so we want to display the HNC room, even
Which-
though it
yeah.
doesn't look very nice. And
Yeah, which you kind of have, but then we can
enhance it basically
enhance
with the
it.
locations. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So LED lights, mise en scène. The people who know this best are you two. Why don't you do an interview with one another? Because you're HNC students, you know exactly what you want from the video.
We know what you want to talk about.
You can you're reliable for one another. You can take longer time doing it, and you've got some other students already.
Yeah.
We need a male.
Yeah, so, and Joe's not in, so.
Yeah. Also, you wanted us to record like 10 past students. They've all let us down.
You
apart
wanted
from
to
Jack.
what, sorry?
You know how you wanted us to record like 10 past students?
Okay.
They've pretty much let us down.
We've
only got one.
Well, that's
Jack
good.
Dennis.
Yeah. Getting one's good.
Yeah.
I guess logically in the structure you'd have that towards the end of the video, wouldn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And talk about what he's gone on to do. But then again, you give one example, but if you can't get the students, how else can you display what our alumni have gone on to do? Their work, playing with some captions.
Yeah.
Lolita, second year, Coventry, doing X. You know, Frankie, whatever.
Yeah.
You've got all that information. So it's almost like smoke and mirrors, isn't it? We've got one student who's going to interview, but the rest we can just show their work. We don't need them, but we can still make the point.
What do you think is a good length for video? Like,
well, I guess
3 to 4 minutes, or
how long would you watch? As a year ago, how long would you have watched?
I think 3 to 4 minutes is a good start. It depends, I guess.
With how the videos were going at the minute, I'd still be intrigued and I would want to know more.
Yeah.
How what's that?
So if this
30
was-
seconds.
That's about almost a minute so far.
Almost a
Is
minute,
it?
I think.
What have you done here, Ben?
Oh no, I dropped my phone on it. Oh no, don't start. I guess if I was sitting in like a HNC meeting and this was showed.
I'm Connie and this is Emily, and we are co-ed students at King Edward College for the HNC CMP.
What's CMP?
Creative Media Production.
Oh, right.
She said CMP because on my interview question sheet, instead
I've just
of
never heard
writing-
it called that before, yeah.
Maybe then put like an intro with the name.
It was a step between college and university that I wanted to experience, and it had teaching subjects that I was interested in because I was a film student. I didn't want to go to universities, and I also didn't want to do a gap year or...
You know our college promotional video that I sent you that's been done by a professional company? Have you played Spot the Difference?
We haven't.
That will help you.
Okay. There's a problem with the Steadicam stuff.
If you are unsure
it's
about
broken,
going to university and you
So we
have
can't
an
use that.
interest in creating
That
subjects,
works.
because
And that's
it will
handheld,
really
isn't
help
it?
you make up your mind about whether you want to. And it will
Stay still, stay still, stay still.
I would recommend
Okay. Yeah, I'd probably say 3 minutes would be a good
3 or
length.
4 minutes, yeah.
Yeah. Doesn't feel long. Have you tried those backgrounds? Your text backgrounds. Have you tried them in white, black on white, rather than white on black? Would that help give just a sunnier, more positive
Maybe, yeah.
than black?
Yeah.
Black backgrounds on text. When do you usually see them?
Sad, depressed.
Charity
videos,
adverts.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
That's what I thought of when I first saw them, or like silent film.
Yeah, we'll try it.
Just as a quick one anyway. That's probably more than enough to get going on, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
There you go. Sorted.
It's just, just getting